Right. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Good morning. And I'll reiterate this at the end, but I believe next weekend Laura's going to be on with us. And on the 30th, Sarah Burgard is going to be on with us to do the Power Hour. So you're stuck with me today. But I have an incredible part of our family, Kaylin. She's going to, the second 15 minutes of this call, she's going to talk to us about her best practices here at as a silver leader here at Amari in our family. So the first thing I want to talk about is, and I know a lot of people don't do manifestation, so it's going to be really quick, but I did want to share with you guys, for people who don't understand manifestation, I attribute all of my success to it. So that might tell you the level of emphasis I put on it, because this is my life, right? But it's called the 3-6-9 method. I didn't write it out, but I'll repeat it again if you need it. So the 3-6-9 manifestation works, and you write down your desired manifestation. So I would write, I am diamond, say, if that's what, you write it down 3 times in the morning, 6 times during the day, and 9 times in the evening. So, and remember, putting your thoughts or your manifestations or whatever on paper written out is far more powerful than just adding them to your notes. So that's called the 3-6-9 manifestation. Just a tip, just something to throw out there for you guys. Something that I do that it's powerful. Of course, I do a lot of other things too, but that's just one of them. So for this first 15 minutes, I want to talk to you guys about hooks, about social media. And we know the importance of social media. Hi, Janie. Janie's a little kitty cat. Hi. The importance of social media and what a hook is and how that can change the game as far as your views. Let's look at this. I wanted to, hopefully you guys can hear this. So yell at me if you cannot, but I wanted to explain what a hook is and how it works. So hopefully you can hear this. Could you hear that? Was the question. It doesn't matter what it really said. It was just a music, but basically it's a video with a video like this. It's really doesn't even usually have to do anything with what you're talking about, but you can see the hooks right here. Can I share a secret? And then you maybe put an arrow below, and then in your body of your in the body of your text, you write out what you're talking about. So these are some common ones. There are many. If anybody has, put in the chat if you have a hook that you've used that has been successful. Often it's read caption or something like that, just to get them to, the longer someone stays on your social media video, the more they'll push it out for it to be shared. So you can see right there, I'm going to do one today. I was telling someone yesterday, I tagged a ton of people in one of my, I tagged a ton of people in a reel that I did, only to delete it immediately after I'd been working on it for an hour and 10 minutes, because I hated it. So there's that. That is just something, if you create content, you'll feel me. It stinks when you spend all that time on something. But what I would do is a bit of advice is, wherever you are, if you see something beautiful, do a 5 and do different ones. Okay. So like I live on a beautiful piece of property with citrus trees, and some of the stuff's dead outside, so it's not as beautiful as I'd like it to be right now. But with all that said, do a 5-second video of something beautiful, then do a 10-second video, then do a 15-second video, and save those videos so that you can use them when you're trying to push out content that that you want to, a point that you're trying to make. So that is just a little tip. I think it's useful. And I'm going to tell you, if you're not doing reels, you're missing the boat. And you never have to show your face, but I'm going to share this too. I hate going live. I hate it. I hate my voice. I think that's the biggest thing, is that my voice just drives me bananas. Of course, we're the most self-critical. With that said, I started kind of showing up. People are reaching out to me like you wouldn't believe. It's insane, y'all. It's insane. And I cannot believe what a difference that little bit of showing your face online, or showing my face online, has done for my algorithm. I enrolled someone who, fingers crossed, he's going to be great, right? Who knows? We never know. Often I say, oh my gosh, this person's going to be great. And then they're not. But I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of time to get someone to come back and look at your social media. So what I do before I go to bed at night, again, I do the hashtag mental wellness. I go find 10 people, I go follow them, and then I'll like a few of their posts and engage on them. And it doesn't have to be, and sometimes I'm just superficially, oh, hey, that's a beautiful picture. It doesn't have to be anything specific. But just know this gentleman who has over 100,000 followers saw a story I had, which, again, you got to have your stories, packed with content. And it was, let's make the last 3 months of October huge, or something like that. It was, one of those kind of graphics. And this gentleman liked it and put a heart. So, honey, you know me, I go and look at every single interaction that someone has with any of my stories, which I did. And I messaged him back and I said, what are your plans for making October, November, and December the best that you've ever had? Started a conversation. He enrolled. Okay. So yay. With all that said, it's all about that interaction, but it takes time. Courtney and I laugh because I tell her this all the time, and this isn't to throw shade on anybody, but this is facts. If someone had a gun to my head and said, you have to go enroll somebody within 60 minutes or you're goner, I could do it. It's all about being extremely cognizant of your presence and what it takes to get people to love, like, and trust you. Because that's why people join. Anybody can go and join or buy a product that helps with your gut. Of course, none of them as good as ours, but if they like you and if they resonate with you and they follow your content because it's interesting, you have a huge leg up on it. But the people who tell me they don't know what they're doing, my thing is, well, how are your stories? How are your, are you putting yourself out there? Because believe me, my warm market's done. Anybody that I'm bringing into this opportunity is a complete cold market situation. And I like it that way because I love meeting new people. People are interesting. Now I love my warm market, especially cross lines like Tina, who's on here. I love the people that I worked with in other projects that weren't directly with me, because then I get to know them a little better, and et cetera. And, I find the people that I want to bring in here are the people I'm bringing in here who've done this before. And I think it's truly, it's a gift to be able to learn tips from other leaders and the way they're doing it, because we all have so much to learn from each other. That's one of the most incredible gifts that we have for each other. I heard a quote, and, I'm a podcast person, and his name is Alex. I can't think of his last name. He was on Ed Milet's podcast last week, but he's incredible. He's just absolutely incredible. And he's got a 3-hour podcast on his most, like 25 of the most important things he's ever said in business. And here's just a few things before we switch over to Kaylin. As you practice taking agency for your own decisions, it becomes easier. So when you yourself become aware and you are responsible for the position that you're in, it becomes easier getting to the next step. When things seem super duper overwhelming, if you can zoom out far enough, do you realize you can't see the earth? So that is just an indication of everything is figure outable, which is one of my favorite words and which is one of the chapters in my book. Everything is figure outable because it is. Don't follow what most people are doing because most people are broke, obese, and on autopilot. Again, another hard truth. The most painful things you go through creates the most significant springboards into your next leveling up. And you can move through life 7 times faster if you make decisions in one day versus 1 week. I know Helen being one of them, she thinks things over, and that's just her design, but not me. I go with my gut instinct. I go with it right away because I've been able to trust my gut most of the time, and it has served me very well. So the fact that you can move quicker through decisions versus ruminating is a huge deal. And then something that I do want to talk about a little bit, and then we'll let our beautiful Kaylin take over, is what's called the leadership lid. There's one thing that I learned in our last project that has been extremely significant, and it's called the leadership lid. So that's say I join here, I bring people over, I have a bigger, I as being just a hypothetical person, I have a bigger influence. So I put 25 people under you. You have this team. This team is relying on you as well as I'm relying on you to be able to lead this team. And you can't because your leadership lid is popped. You were put in this position as a result of placements or whatnot. So it is your responsibility to level up behind the scenes, specifically if you've been given volume. You need to do personal development like no other. I do it every single day. This is a very, I hate to say it's a very difficult business, but I always paint that because it's true, it's hard. But the fact that I'm working behind the scenes to really do the work on myself so that I can show up as the best leader I can be is truly important. And it's a deal breaker. Because I'll tell you, when I came here, I thought I knew a lot of things about leadership. I didn't know shit until I came here and I had to work with different personalities. And I myself was feeling better. So I was more present and aware of my deficiencies. I had to do all the work. And I did. And I have been every single day. I am not, look, that's why I love working with all you guys because you have so much to teach me. Always be a student, always be the student, always read, always learn, and be open to criticism. Sometimes when people are very defensive, and as an addict, I was so defensive because I was wrong. Sometimes when you operate from a place of defensiveness, it's a big sign of your lack of personal development and growth. So I urge you to, and I urge all of us really every day to do self-inventory because it's truly going to move the needle for you in life, not just your business, in your life. And guess what? If you're given a team or you're given a situation that warrants you to be a little more educated than you are, be honest, do the work in the background, and then continue every day to show up as the leader, the mother, the father, friend that you are, because it will gain you respect and it will put you in a position of strength. Without further ado, we're going to bring on my friend Kaylin. I asked her to speak with you today because let me give you a little background. So Courtney and Kaylin started, I want to say 3 months ago. It seems like I've known them forever. And Kaylin was our little rising star last month who had convention. She showed up with 1,600 in volume and left as a silver leader with 5,000 in volume. It was extraordinary to watch. I love it. This team is smart. They're doing things correctly. They're leading with integrity, intention, and real true honesty. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Kaylin. Congratulations. Will you share with us, tell us a little bit about you, because there's some people on the call that don't know you, and tell us about your journey here, tell us who you are, and tell us what you're doing to move the needle with your team, which let me put it to you this way. So I think Courtney's team is going to be a platinum team this month, 3 months in. Who knew? Maybe that's what I'm looking at as far as what I see with the trends. So take it away, Kaylin.
So my name is Kaylin. I recently just got married about a month ago. So beginning of September, I got married, which was a month that was kind of a defeatful month, but let me take a step back. I work a full-time job. I am an activities director for a senior living community. So that's what I do Tuesday through Saturday. I am transitioning into a new job because hello, better opportunities, always here for more money, benefits, the ideal living. So never like put yourself in a box. Know that you are meant for more and go out for all the opportunities. But with that being said, I wanted to kind of go through what I do daily in my business to help me get to the next step. And it's really doing those mundane practices that we don't want to do, that we have to do. And those are called reach outs. You know, whether that is reaching out to people like Paige said, who are responding and engaging with your stuff. And it's very simple to just say, hey, Paige, I saw you liked my story about Happy Juice. I would love to share with you a little bit more. I'm doing this because I'm doing a voice message. I'd like to share with you a little bit more if you're open to it. And then they say yes or no. And you don't get discouraged because sometimes they're not going to respond, but then you follow up with them. Follow up is key. And that's one thing that I've had to learn in my 4 years of network marketing is doing those little unmundane tasks that we don't want to do that make us want to pee our pants are the things that are going to get us out of our comfort zones and moving the needle forward. So I wanted to kind of take you a little snippet of what I do in my daily routine when I go to work, because most of us on here are probably at work right now and we are working our business in between our little pockets of time. So I wake up, I do my workout because physical wellness is just as important as mental wellness. And I get that out of the way. I get my body feeling good. I take a daily walk outside, get outside. You know, nature is part of a really good daily practice. If all of us can get our mind right outside, then I get ready for work. And while I'm getting ready for work, you're going to have me listening to a podcast. It could be Your Virtual Upline with Bob Heilig. I am almost done listening to every single podcast that he has put out. And trust me, my mindset and the way I look at network marketing has changed just because I've understand people's buying trends, what the network marketing trends are happening right now, what the trends of how marketing has changed over time and over the years. There's so much to learn and you have to be a student. A lot of us started this business without even learning how to be a network marketer. We didn't go to school for this. We didn't learn this in high school. We didn't learn this in college, but you have to take the time to build the daily skills that you need to do in order to develop yourself as a leader and in this business if you want to treat it as a true business. One thing that I've learned is that businesses make you money, but hobbies, you spend money. So if you are looking at yourself right now and you're like, damn, I have spent more money than I've made money, that's because you're treating your business like a hobby. And so you're spending money instead of treating it like a business where it's making you money. So I will do that, or I will also listen to Empower Her, Powerhouse Women. These are women that have created successful businesses. And if you want to be a successful powerhouse woman, you got to do and you got to listen to what powerhouse women are doing and you learn from them. So that's what I pretty much do. I will listen to podcasts in my car, on my drive into work, on my drive out to work. While I'm working, I am constantly developing my mind so I could show up as the best person in my business and for my team. Now, one thing that I do within my pockets of time in between my 10-minute breaks, my 30-minute break, my 10-minute break is I'm following up with my team, following up with anyone that had reached out to me, that I reached out to them, that maybe have engaged with me. I am constantly just trying to make those connections in between my pockets of time. And then also I take about an hour after work on doing reach outs. They are so hard. And, you know, having that accountability person is going to be key, whether that is someone that's on your team or off your team, a sideline. Find someone that you can text and meet up with on Zoom, and you do those scary reach outs together, and you take about an hour. And then, I take about 6 to 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. I'm spending it with my husband. I am, reading a book. I'm constantly reading. Like, there's so many things that I'm doing. You don't have to work your business 8 hours a day. You could do it an hour a day and still be successful, but it's using your time intentionally and figuring out what's going to work for you. Everyone's schedule is different. We're all in different seasons, but you just got to do those mundane daily practices that we all don't want to do, but it's what we need to do in order to be successful. So setting up your week is also crucial and important. I have, this is how my brain operates. I have like a weekly calendar in front of me, and I write down my goals for the week, how I'm going to do my social media marketing, and I stick to them. Then I have my daily sheet. That's like all of the things that I'm committing today to get my list done. And when you do that and you create those daily practices, you'll notice that's where your discipline comes in. I learned a really short time ago in my business that I don't discipline myself in the daily practices. And that was something that I needed to work on. And if I wanted to get to silver, or get to gold, or get to platinum, doing those daily things. And I saw a lot of people that I haven't come across. I recently just came out on Facebook to my family to let them know I've been in network marketing for 4 years, and none of you guys have known because I've been scared to tell you. But I am at the point where I don't care. I think everyone needs this, and y'all better listen to me. And I got like 3 family members that were like, hey, I want to try it. Like, so it's getting uncomfortable, and being honest is definitely going to be moving your business forward. And I always come out and I always tell people when I reach out to them that I'm nervous and I'm scared, but hey, I think this is going to help you. And trust me, when you tell people that you're scared and nervous, you'll notice that they're going to say, yes, I'll listen to you, because you're building up that courage, that bravery to reach out to that person you may be scared of. So is there anything else you want me to speak on?
No, but I want to add to you what you're saying. One of the things is, I mean, you have developed, you're like a different person from when the day I first met you. And you know what that is? That's because you have been doing all this personal development. And there is an inordinate amount of freedom when you stop giving a shit what people think. Because, none of my family, with the exception of my beautiful daughter here, does the business with me, and let's face it, I've been hella successful, but nobody is even remotely interested. And that bothered me. That bothered me for a long time. But now what I do find when I'm with people, family members, they're really, really like, they respect me so much more. And they're kind of in awe of what I do. Because what something that might have seemed sketchy or as a result of the public speaking about how important it is to have the ability to earn extra funds outside of your 9 to 5, which my family is such a 9 to 5 kind of people, and I'm the odd man out. I've found a newfound respect that they all have for me as a result of the success that I've built here. And there is power in you being your own person and doing your own thing and not caring what anyone thinks, because I don't care. People unfollow me. That's fine. I don't take any of those things personal, because I know I'm living my best life, and I am living it with people who are like Kaylin, Courtney, Helen, Corey, all these people who I want to be in the rooms with, people I want to learn from, people who I think, I say it, Jen Giada, she's not on this call. She's driving back from New York City. She's become one of my closest friends. We talk 3 times a day. What a gift it is to meet someone, because, I'm 53, she's 56, I think. And we always talk about how hard it is as women to meet women that you like in a situation where it's online. I mean, how weird is it? My brother said, who's that girl? I said, That's one of my closest friends. How did you meet her online? It's like, that's just weird. No, it's not weird. You're just antiquated in your thinking. But the moral of the story is what a gift this industry has been to me. And I know to many of you, because I've met all of you and because I've established relationships with people that are meaningful, that matter. So look, I'm here for it. Kaylin, thank you so much. I congratulate you because, wow, this is why I do this. And I'm sure this is why you're going to go on and do the same thing, just like I'm doing, impacting thousands of people because it's important. So kudos, sister. I want to talk to you guys about a little trick that Laura told us. Okay. So if you weren't on Laura's call Saturday, you're in for a treat. And I'm going to show it to you. Okay. So I'm sure we're all today thinking, oh, shit. We don't have free brand partner. How am I going to introduce people into this business? Well, there's a little website that you don't even have to be in your back office. It's just, let me see what the main one is called. It's called intro2amare.com. Put it on your web browser and star it as a favorite so you can get in and go to home, okay, which is what I just did, right? Then global markets. So we're in North America, right? So if you're in the United States, you'd click that. Canada, you do the same. Get started and look at this little gift we have here. First of all, it just talks about that, a back office how-to guide. Who knew, right? The compensation plan, yada, yada, yada. But look what I found under resources. Let's look at the promotions, terms, and conditions. Tells you every October 2023 promotion. But look, when you look down, okay, so that's, spending promotion. But this is also great because it can reiterate anything that you were learning about, right? The new brand partner, or if you need clarification on a promo. Look at this little thing that's in here. Who knew that on October 18th and the 19th, we were going to have 20% off for new brand partners and new customers. Plus, they get one free year membership in the event that they want to be a brand partner. And there's also a customer upgrade to brand partner with 20% off. So without further ado, yay, come Wednesday, we all have a 20% off sale. So I wanted to show you that because every month, this actually tells you all the things for the month before you even know them, okay? So I would love for you guys to drop in the chat and tell me that was something that you never, ever saw before. I'm gonna write it right here. It's intro to Amare.
Yeah, and they did the special promo for my birthday. It should be like Kaylin's birthday promo on there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, girls. Yes. So I'm here for that. Okay. My husband's with the drill. Men and drills.
Can I say something?
Yeah, girl. Of course.
I just want to say, like, who the heck is Kaylin? Like,
For
she was
real.
preaching to my soul, and I'm like, oh my God, she's growing. Stop.
Isn't it? Don't you feel so good? I mean, it's like your
I
babies.
do. And like, as most of you know, like, I'm really hard at taking compliments. Like, I'm just like, they're like, oh, you're so good at this. I'm like, oh, like other like I learned from Lindsay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like accepting that compliment. And Kaylin, who are you? Oh, also squirrel brain. Y'all, I mixed hot tea and the snickerdoodle energy. Oh my God. Y'all need to try it if you have not tried it. It is amazing in hot tea with the snickerdoodle.
Yeah. See, I think the
That's
snickerdoodle
it.
is best as hot. I can't imagine doing that in the same format as I do the other ones, but hot is where it's at. Okay, let's talk a little bit about something called MMR, minimum monthly rewards. And we're going to talk, I don't have the graphics on it because to be honest with you, I thought Sarah was teaching today's class. She was supposed to, but she's going to teach it on the 30th. Oh, hi, Joe. Jazzy. Oh, we love Jazzy. I love Jazzy. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about MMR. So for most of you or some of you or whatever, but let's just reiterate all of what MMR is. So when you come here to Amari and you hit the rank of silver, which is 5,000 in volume, which is 1,500 in your outside leg, right? So that would be your volume outside largest leg. So it's 5,000. You have 1,500 in your vol, and you have 2 brand partners that are brand partners because they have 1,000 under them. And I'm going to talk a little bit about placement in a little bit, but I want to talk to you about MMR and what it entails. Okay, so say I come here and in month 1 I hit silver. Here's the drill. Hold on 1 second. Honey, close the door.
If it's any consolation, we cannot hear the drill.
I can, and it gives me inordinate amounts of anxiety. I apologize. Okay.
I think Zoom it with a new update, it zones out all the background noise. So we didn't hear what you heard.
Okay, but I heard it, and that's enough for all of us, believe me. Okay, so I hit silver in my first month. So let's say in January. In February, I'm going to get paid that $1,000 at a minimum, right? So that's for February, March, April, May, June, July, those months. Okay. Now that's guaranteed. As long as I maintain silver, I will get that 1,000. Now, the guarantee with this program is that when you hit that, you have the rank of silver for 6 months. Now, what happens if in March you don't hit silver and you don't hit it again until November? That silver MMR is done. You have it from the date you start in February all the way for 6 months. And then regardless of if you hit it again, you fall back, whatever, that's it. You would have to hit gold then to start that 6-month period. And then you'd have gold for 6 months based on you maintaining that. But do you see what I'm saying? So for every 6-month stretch, beginning from the first month you hit it, you have 6 months from that date. So I wanted to clarify that because some people think, oh, there's no takesy-backsies. If you miss it a month, that is a month that will count as one of your 6 months. Okay. Now, I hit leader in my 2nd month. So I had to relearn this myself because I never personally had to do it because I blasted through all of those. So if you're in a position where you're going to rank up, and some people think, you know what, I'm just going to stay at this rank because I'm going to get that gold I keep wanting to call that a minimum monthly rewards. I'm going to keep that for 6 months. See, I never think that way because I'm always just go, more money, more influence, more impact. So I will never just sit on it. But you do you, boo. And that's fine. I get it because it's a great paycheck. Because once you hit leader, you're going to get, especially if you're in that 6-month MMR for platinum, you're going to get $2,500. You're not going to go below that. But be very mindful after all of those, after that platinum one runs out, if you're not recruiting, your leader paycheck can be pretty abysmal. So this is a recruiting compensation plan. You have to recruit to earn money here. Where you start earning money is at leader. That's where you start earning money because you have those, help me, Raquel, what's it called? Where we get paid on, at leader, like my silvers, I get $300. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah. You're talking about, now the word escapes me. I'm gonna tell you in just a second. The bonus pool.
Bonus pools. Bonus pools is where it is at. Okay. So for example, when I hit diamond this month, every person that I've enrolled who has not yet hit gold, but hits gold, I'll get $3,000 for them. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? the people that, so that's why it's incentivized for me to help my personally enrolled people hit gold as a diamond, because I get $3,000 once. I mean, that is, geez, it's a lot of money. So that's the dealio, guys. But those pools are different for different, and Raquel knows the compensation plan. If somebody else knows it, good too. At silver, you get something, at leader, you get a pool, and then at diamond, you get a pool. I know at leader because I've been executive leader, so I haven't hit diamond yet. I get that $300. And honey, let me tell you something, that $2,100 that comes into my paycheck for those people who are hitting the ranks of silver is huge. Okay, huge. So that's why it's really important to continuously recruit people. Okay, because you have the ability to earn that extra bonus. And that's why the 8 ways to get paid so awesome here. That's when you really start understanding it. Okay. I want to talk a little. So let me ask you this. Does anybody have any questions there? You can unmute yourself. I think it's really important for everybody to understand this, because it ain't fun when you realize that you ran out last month of that minimum monthly reward and you don't get paid what you thought you were getting paid. That sucks a big one. So and I'm sorry that my vernacular sucks. Oh, stinks.
Well, there is one thing I wanted to add. I'm sorry, Courtney, you can go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay.
You may answer my question.
Well, I just wanted to say what you just said in a slightly different way that I think falls differently. So what I hear you saying is that every rank has a 6-month time clock, and whether you earn it or not, it's gone in 6 months. I do want to highlight that if you still have those 6 months at leader, but your platinum time clock has not run out, but yet you are not at 2,500 yet, you will earn the minimum monthly reward at that platinum level, even though you're leader. So I think that bears noting as well. That's
Yeah,
all.
and it's confusing. I know it's confusing. Courtney, did that answer your question or no?
So, since I'm silver and there's like when you go down to the compensation, under your compensation, and it says the minimum monthly reward, so the MMR, those little boxes are not filled up. What does that mean?
The little boxes.
Yeah, see, I never had the boxes because I superseded that. So that the boxes are foreign to me. But, those are in for somebody. So you're saying, Courtney, your boxes aren't filled yet? Well, it'll show you like however many months you were silver so that you can keep track of it.
You mean those little
Okay.
circles that are at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you that they never showed up correctly for me.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's something wrong with that segment of that page, but they've never shown up correctly.
And that means on how many months I've maintained silver, or how many months my personally enrolled maintained silver?
My understanding is how many months you have maintained silver.
Yes.
Got it. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, I'm coming up. So I think you need to get into what your mindset is and what you want it to be, as far as, do you want to just stay at this rank and ride that out? For some people, that's their only alternative because of, or do you see yourself jettisoning to the higher rank to earn more money? Bye, Hanu. So nice to see you on. Yes, yes, yes. We hope to see you soon.
There's one other thing I would add to that, from a strategic perspective, that could help you make that decision for yourself. And that is looking at what your actual earnings are versus the MMR supplement. And so if you make a comparison each month between what you actually earned versus what the MMR is paying you, and if that MMR is above what you would have earned on your own, and you look and forecast what it would take for you to earn that without the MMR, and you're gauging how long that would take you, that would help you make the decision on whether you should write it out or not. I hope
The
that
more
helps.
you know your back office, the better, because these tips and tools will help you manage your business. If you don't know the back office, you are missing the boat, because there are so many gifts in that back office that we're not aware that I wasn't used to. So there is on this site that I just shared with you guys. What was the name of it again? Oh my God. What's it called? Intro to Amari.com. You can see where they have a back office training with clarification. And I think that that's huge for anyone who just needs a little more. See the back office how-to guide. Lola, get up. Get up. Because you can see. Now, let's talk a little bit about dual compression. And again, I don't want this to, to really like confuse people, but I'm going to use just fictitious names. Say I enroll
Judy.
Lola. Well, no, I'm gonna use my cat's names.
Okay.
So let's say Lola, Prim, and Gus. And Lola stops work, and Lola's my level 10. So I'm not a diamond yet, so I'm not making any money on Lola or anybody underneath her. Well, let's say she's my level 9, so I'm making an infinitesimal amount of money as an executive leader. So say she's my level 9, and she's got people under her. We'll say that Lola stops working, then just think about that. Prim underneath her is going to move up to 9. So then I'll start getting paid on Prim. Prim stops working, Gus moves up. Start getting paid. You see what I'm saying? So it's compressing to where they move up, which is a good thing for me if they're my personally enrolled, because then I have the ability to earn on them, right? Because one of them, say they're not placing their order. So it moves up. And that's important to know, because I have a lot of people who say, oh, my person quit, this person quit. Well, it's not as catastrophic as you think, because you're actually, that volume for anybody below there that you've enrolled is moving up. So you're getting paid on a higher percentage. I know that that's a lot to chew, because it's probably like an advanced compensation thing. Dual compression is amazing. And I think a lot of you, even you have to have some people under you, but you're getting paid more as a result of people quitting, which is extremely unfortunate, but it happens because everything is moving up. Which brings me to, and this is how we'll end it, we'll talk a little bit about placement strategy. When people enroll here, I tell them all the time, well, let's talk a little bit about as an enroller and swapping enrollments. And let's talk a little bit about people who want to change teams and all that stuff. It is damn near next impossible for a person who has hit the rank of brand builder or higher to move because they don't like somebody. I was in a business, my last business, and I didn't like the two people, the person who enrolled me, I tolerated, but the person above, I didn't like some of those people, but it never affected the way I worked. I said, I'm going to outrank these people. And I did. I ranked my enroller. This is your business. All the other stuff is noise. And you need to take care of your people, because you lack character as a leader if you stop working because you don't like your upline, and then you don't take care of your people, because you're ruining that person's opportunity to change their life. And when someone enrolls with you, that is a gift. And it's also a responsibility. It's a lot. So you best be taking care of your people, regardless of the people above you. Be a good leader and take care of your team, or let someone else know that you're unable to do it. Don't let those people look at network marketing and say, this is a crappy industry and you don't make any money, because that's nothing but a lie. It is as a result of bad leadership. So be a good leader, be an adult. This is your business. I am not responsible for placing people under you. You're responsible for building your team. If I place people under you, that is something that I'm doing because, well, if you're my personally enrolled, there's very few people that I haven't placed somebody under that I personally enrolled. I think it's extremely important because I want to get my people, higher ranks, but you need to enroll too. And the more activity I see somewhere, like Courtney is at a lower, Courtney's deep in my organization. I don't even get paid on Kaylin. I don't get paid. But do you see me not helping them? And sometimes it looks like I have to give them money for promos or I have to help them with stuff because my placements, it's unfortunate, but I need to take care of myself too, which I don't even have a leg 3 yet, y'all. And I am almost a year in because I've helped everybody else. Well, it's my time. It's my turn. So I'm building a leg 3 now. What I'm trying to tell you is that this is your business. Be a good business owner, be a good human and take care of your people or let someone else. So if you enroll someone and you are, say, in the first 7 days, you have 7 days to swap the enrollment. It used to be 30. It's now 7. Who knew? They will, it's in an exception status if it's past 7 days. So please know that. So if you enroll someone, but you want to help one of your personally enrolled by giving them that enrollment, you got to do it in the first 7 days. I can't say it anymore because we just dealt with it. And I went back 5 times and I got 5 no's. And I think it's now pretty clear that they're saying no. So your ignorance is not their problem. You should know better. So I'm telling you guys that. With that said, and this is for a whole other class, which we ought to do it, is to show where, for example, if I wanted, for example, now somebody's at the door. Honey, come get the door. If I wanted to give one of my team someone, we can do it. We can transfer it, but it's got to be someone who's direct placement. And that's not an that is not an exception. That is a class that Lindsay needs or Laura needs to teach us because 9 months in and I didn't know it until the other day. So I'm working on getting that class because I think all of these things are extremely important for you to be able to reorganize your business if necessary. So there's that. And I don't know if I finished answering what I was talking about, but does anyone have any questions with what I just said, which was kind of convoluted and kind of a mess, but.
I kind of want to piggyback off of what you said in regards to like leadership and being the leader. You know, your energy and your vibe plays a whole role in your whole organization. So if you are constantly throwing shade on previous companies or, you don't like this person and you don't like this person, it's going to feed down to your whole entire organization and jeopardize everything. If there's drama, come on, you guys, we're adults here. Speak it out, talk it out, and work it out. Because if you don't work it out, speak it out, or talk it out, your whole business is going to fail. I promise you. Like, fail, and you're going to try and rebuild it, and then no one's going to be able to trust you, and you're never going to rebuild it. So just keep those positive vibes. No matter what you're going through, keep the drama and the shade way far left and right field, because it doesn't matter if it's not contributing to your happiness, your bank account, or your community. Why are you even paying any attention to it? And just like what Paige said, placements, those are a gift. Those are earned. Those are not guaranteed. If someone gets placed, that is a huge, that's a huge, what's the word for it? You can use it as recognition. I always mess that word up. Kaylin always gets me for that. You're being recognized for great work. Like, we don't have to place anybody underneath you. We do it for the fact that we see you guys working so hard. We're going to contribute to your hard work. So I just wanted to say that, like, all the drama, all the shade, all of that, like, think about it. If that's the type of energy you're throwing off, it's time to take a look at yourself in the mirror and fix your own personal issues. Because ultimately, network marketing is a personal development attached with a compensation plan. If you're developing and working on your personal development, you're going to get paid for it because people are going to start trusting you, they're going to start liking you, and they're going to start asking you about what you're doing and how you're making your money. So, yeah, no drama, keep it outside, keep those blinders on, look forward, keep going with it. If someone was placed under someone and you didn't like it, too flippin' bad. Move on and now kick ass at succeeding on where you should be succeeding. Give that energy and that positive energy to things that actually matter. Why not directed at anybody? This is hypothetically speaking. Why are you entertaining negative energy? Ultimately, that negative energy, like misery loves company, is going to suck you in. And now, how are you going to get out? You know,
Amen, sister.
that's all.
Yeah, you know, and I think I contribute all of the success to Sarah, my daughter's leg, which is Sarah, Courtney, all of them are in that leg, is my daughter is a wise soul. I was never nearly as developed at 26 as she is, but there is zero drama there. Zero. You know, I can remember, and I'm going to be very honest, and Kaylin's going to stop this recording so I can tell this little quick story before we shut out.